What we see below is the little town of Maritzburg. It's one of the reasons that I've come to South Africa. Party's going to be down the bottom here. As I pan around, you can see the Natal countryside. And I'll sweep back up to Hilton to where Paul went to school. There's the inner land of South Africa, Natal, the Highveld Cup. One of the things you can see here with the little town is the jacarandas. All these purple trees here, blooming. It's a very, very beautiful little town. That's the city centre down the bottom there. So my sister went to school. Well, I eventually managed to find the place, so this is where it is. So let's go and see what it's like inside. All the organisation is carrying on. Lynn's organising, Auntie Nick's organising.
Broccoli had to go front.
Broccoli went front. But I pan across, and there we see the whole hall all organised before the horde arrives.
For the family bean feast.
The great gathering of the clan.
I've even got extra rubber bands in my
I had to keep going.
to keep my camera together. I dropped it in a toilet in Beijing.
The Maritz woman organising as always. Organising. Well, since we last met, the hall has filled up totally, and we have a full quorum of people here, all waiting for the reason that we have all gathered. A true gathering of the tribe. People everywhere. There's Sandy. We go to the family. We have Joan and Kerry and Di and Renus and Russ and Renia.
Thank you. Hello to the aunties and uncles back in Canada.
You certainly can talk and say anything to them because they're all going to see it. Don't worry. You don't have to be bashful. And there's Sadie and Karen and Simone. Simone is Renia's wife, and I didn't even know he had a kid, and of course but everybody's here, the whole tribe. And we have Louine, and I'm supposed to go and hide soon. And we have Delcia and Stephen and David, the fiance, and we've got people everywhere that I don't know who they are. And thank goodness we've got names. Not that high, Auntie Dels. How's it going? So here we have Uncle Chris and Auntie Dels. Obviously very moved by the whole experience. And we have the rest of the clans starting to get organized. Lynn barking commands, left, right, right, left. No, these are the commands that she's barking, so obviously things are under control here. Typical Maritz gathering. The women take over and organize everything. Hey!
Give it that right. All right, we can talk.
Everything under control.
Cheers!
The chef have been plotting this occasion all year, and it's wonderful that their plan has come together. So let's thank them. Now that families and friends are spread across continents, it's jolly difficult to get everybody under one roof. So I think it's an expression of the affection and regard which we have for Chris and Dels that so many of you are here this afternoon. And for me, it's a particular joy because except for Jill, please Jill, and Terry, who were at their wedding, the rest of us all missed out on the bean feast which they had half a century back. But the story actually starts more than 50 years ago. Chris had hardly shed his khaki shorts and his chaplain school blazer when on his 18th birthday he was conscripted into the Royal Air Force, and without so much as a goodbye kiss was sent overseas to go and fight the enemy. Like many other hairy-backed Rhodesians, he was posted from around the various bases for his training, and soon he had a wing on his uniform, and he became a jolly good bomb aimer. But let me tell you that none of the bombs that fell from his Lancaster aircraft had the same, was it not a Lancaster one?
Halifax, the best of the lot.
Had half the impact that the bomb which he dropped on his family had in 1943. Now, I was a schoolgirl, but the family were gathered at the home of Tossie, our sister, and Louis at Highlands to play bridge, when one of his eagerly awaited letters arrived with devastating news. He had met a wonderful girl, and he loved her, and she loved him. And they were engaged, and they wanted to get married. Her name was Delcia Partridge. Imagine the conversation. Delcia Partridge, it sounded a jolly funny name. Who was the siren who had sneered, "Also Booty and Amos Papa couldn't." So young, so inexperienced, so far from home, so vulnerable, so lonely. Oh, it would be nice if somebody would take care of him. And my mom was still wiping tears from her eyes when Tossie was in the kitchen pitting raisins to make a fruit cake. Because how could we have a wedding in the family without one of her famous iced cakes? The cake is made in 4 sections, and each quarter was most beautifully decorated, wrapped, boxed, sewn up in calico, and posted off at 50 intervals in defiance of the German torpedoes. I don't know if any of them got there, but 2 got there. But so it came to pass that on the 30th of October in 1943, Christian Stephanus Maritz and Delcia Mary Partridge were joined in holy matrimony. And as you'll see from the photographs, the bride in her white satin gown with a bouquet of red roses looked stunning, and the groom looked stunned. After hostilities ended, Dils was sent out to Rhodesia ahead of her young husband with a toddler in hand. And can you imagine what an ordeal that was for this petite, gentle, naive girl with the most beautiful golden corn-coloured hair and soft, plaintive Devonshire accent. Not only did she have to contend with mozzies and flying ants and snakes and spiders and all sorts of creepy crawlies and man-eating guavas, but she had the Maritzes and the De Jagers and the Smiths and the Cox and goodness knows what else to contend with. And anybody who was in need found shelter, compassion and kindness under their roof. And I want to publicly thank them for something really special, for looking after our dear old mom through the last most difficult and demanding years of her life. Put and Dils, thank you and bless you for that service of love. Yes, they have had many ups and downs, but they are survivors. And with Dils's faith and determination, and Chris's optimism and his sense of the ridiculous, they've got plenty more living to do. Put and Dils, my wish for you is the top of the morning every new day, and your souls at rest at nightfall. And may you always be far richer in friends than in worldly goods. Ladies and gentlemen, Please rise and join me in toast. I give you pleasant days and 50 glorious years.
Jolly good fellows, yeah, jolly good fellows, and say all of us, and say all of us, and say all of us, for they are jolly good fellows, for they are jolly good fellows, for they are jolly good fellows, and so say all of us.
Folks, thank you one and all. I know some of you that had to make quite an effort to get here, but I never felt it. I have just one small thing to add to my baby sister's little talk here, and that is that she offered us just the top of the morning. She's always taken the rest of the day to herself. But folks, I also want to ask you for apology, because now I want to ignore you for a while and turn my attention to my wife, and I'm going to ask my granddaughter to read out of the some lines that were written. A poem for you, Mum.
Okay, this is a poem written by my grandfather for my gran. And I don't know if I'm not too emotional, but I'll try. Granny will hear. Okay. 50 years have passed us by since each our vows did make. Years that now in memories lie and with our friends can celebrate. Half a century that had its downs of loss and stress and pain, but the ups dispelled the frowns so we can smile again. Days there were of riches few, I know that they were many, but when it was I asked of you to fill the plate, you stretched the penny. Then the days of dark despair, when life was harsh and cruelly bent. Though you too did shed a tear, yet was the prop on which I leant. But oh, the days of heady cheer, when gay and loving songs were sung, the sun would shine and skies would clear, and you would frolic with your young. Now on this, our golden day, for all your love and care, a token gift to you I pay, just one rose for every year.
Thank you, folks.
At the end of the evening, Chris is still the soul of the party. And there he is with the Brandewijn, and here's the rest of the hardcore people still here.
Lots of would-be mothers.
Now everybody's of course everybody's drinking coffee, aren't they? Just been asked if I was having coffee, but I see the beer outnumbers the coffee by a lot.
Absent friends, especially Len and Carol and Paul and the families.
All right, everybody raise the glasses. There, let's take a whole sweep of the glasses. There we are. Lion Lager. Eat their hearts out. They should have been here.